This is Heavy Conversation with Bruce and Jody, a podcast where we talk about being a big guy in today's world. I'm Bruce. And I'm Jody. Here we go.
All right, here we go.
Hey, Bruce.
Hello, Jody.
How's it going over there?
It's good. It's good. I'm getting used to the cold. As you can see, I have on my heaviest hoodie.
Yeah, it's kind of all over the place with the weather as usual. It's going into winter, fall here in Portland. So
yeah,
it's a chilly, not rainy right at the moment, but yeah.
Right. Yeah. That time of year. So here we are.
Yes.
Yeah. So how's your week been?
It's been good. Just, getting ready for Black Friday on all kinds of fronts at the store for DXL with bearskin stuff. Just,
oh yeah.
It's getting a little crazy trying to get prepared because it's like we don't know what it's going to be.
Right.
Is it going to be super crazy in the store at DXL, or is it going to be everyone buying online?
Yeah.
Are people going to be buying online still? It's just, we don't know what to expect. We're just preparing, trying to get as organized and prepared as we can for craziness.
Yeah.
If that happens, and then hope for the best. That's kind
of
what
you can do. Yeah, they're certainly discouraging people from getting into big groups to crash through store doors for Black Friday. So so we're expecting a lot of online sales next week. Every day next week we'll be putting up different roundups on Chubster, some big and tall Black Friday deals and things like that. But in the spirit of Black Friday and consumerism, we thought we would round up some of the places that you, good listener, can look for Black Friday big and tall deals.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of them out there, so
there certainly are.
There's got a lot of deals for you.
I mean, everything, and obviously most people know, the big places to look, and especially when it comes to electronics and, a lot of that kind of stuff that is greatly discounted. You can be like me and try for weeks to get a PS5. I still have not.
I was going to say, how's that going? I was wondering if you mentioned that.
I'm angry. I had one this week, had it, Walmart.com again, which you think I would have learned my lesson. So I had it. It was in my cart. I got through to the point that I filled out my, all of my information.
Yeah.
Went to click and it just messed up. It went to the page that was like, oh no, something's happened. I forget.
The 505 error.
Yeah. So
I love those pages.
It continued to do that. I was banging on my keyboard, screaming, all the good stuff.
Things that help.
Yeah, exactly. So fingers crossed, this week we'll see how it goes. But
they're still releasing more.
They are.
Okay.
Yeah. Retailers are releasing them at all kinds of different times, so it's difficult to tell.
I'm sure they're trying to spread it out, so you go back to their site, repeatedly, and maybe buy things. And
right, and they want you to never leave their site. So the idea is that you just stay there and you stare at the screen and refresh the page over and over.
And you got your Surge and your whatever Mountain Dew stuff, just
exactly
red-eyed, and
that's what they want.
Deals. Yeah.
Yes. So we'll talk about Black Friday deals and all of that good stuff shortly, but we got to start it out with some news.
Oh, here we go.
Yes.
What's going on in the world?
So let's see. So I've got a couple small things this week, and one of those I'm bringing back because I've been talking about it incessantly over the last month or so. The Marvel show that I said was going to start in December is not starting in December now because, 2020. And so the WandaVision, the Marvel Avengers show is now starting in January. It's like January 15th or 13th, somewhere around there. And
so they
in the 10th
day.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So pushed back a little bit, not too far, but it's still whatever. So we have to hold out a little longer for that, but eventually, fingers crossed that 2021 is going to be better, and we'll get more shows, and we'll be able to leave our homes and all that good stuff.
I'm
So
looking forward to
yes.
the leaving the house more often thing.
Me too. Me too. I don't know about you, man, but
If I can give up, I'll give up
oh,
my shows if I can go leave the house.
I am so ready to travel just to go. I just want to go
Yeah, I don't
somewhere.
care.
Yeah,
I'll go anywhere at this point.
totally. I
I'll even go
know.
to North Dakota.
Yeah, there we go. Anywhere you can go, anywhere. Yeah. So the other news piece that I have is last week, Beyonce dropped her latest collection with Adidas, her Ivy
Mhm.
Park collection. It's the next round of that. So technically, she dropped it at the end of October, I believe. It
Okay.
was in October she dropped it. Um, and then just last week, there was a surprise addition to the collection. And the cool thing about this is we actually talked about this in an episode
Yeah.
early this year. At that time, when the collection came out, it didn't have extended sizes, no plus size, nothing like that. This time around, they rectified that and went up to 4X, which is great and is kind of a pleasant surprise for Adidas. Sometimes they have big and tall sizes, but they don't always do that, especially with collections. So
Yeah.
they dropped this Ivy Park. As you can guess, stuff started to sell out pretty quickly. Last I looked, though, they had refreshed and there was more in there that you could purchase. The one thing that did sell out quick that I really wanted was a jumpsuit, because
Mm.
I'm this entire, like, it was this awesome like black uh, jumpsuit with the three lines that Adidas is known for. It looked like the most comfortable thing that I would probably wear for the next 3 or 4 years at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
And went up to 4X, but as you can guess, it sold out very quickly. So keep an eye out. Maybe as you're listening to this, you jump over to Adidas and see that it's there. If it is, get it, make it yours. So that was a great thing. Another Adidas related news piece is that Adidas teamed up with Jonah Hill, the actor,
Really.
to release a collection, because he's kind of been like a street style icon for the last few years. He did a really interesting interview with GQ where he talked about this collection, talked about kind of finding his style and sort of, how he came around to, uh, finding style as a bigger guy.
Hmm.
And it was pretty interesting because you don't hear a lot about he is not as big of a guy as he had been
Yeah.
at one point,
Yeah. Yeah.
but when he started doing this, he certainly was. And I'll just read this small part here from the GQ article. He says, "I think the biggest shift in my personal style was that I always had an interest in personal style and fashion, but I was always a bigger guy. It's really hard when you're overweight to dress a certain way because clothes aren't made for people who are overweight to have style. So I think it surprises people. Even now, I'll overhear someone discussing my place in the fashion world or whatever, and people are like, 'That guy, the schlubby guy from Superbad.' The idea was realizing, whether I was big or small, that I really can define my own personal style. I think that's a dope wave that's happening right now in culture too. But for me, that was a big turning point of realizing, okay, be yourself. You don't have to be anything you don't want to be. And if you're really interested in fashion, then you should be, and don't push that away. Lean into it." So that's awesome. I thought that
Okay.
was
Yeah.
great. And to see him kind of uh, bring that up and talk about how he saw it and how he got there, I think is really interesting. So I would definitely say check out the Jonah Hill collection. Now, the only thing that I would say I'm not so happy with this collection is that they do classify some of the pieces as plus size, and they have some great looking chinos. They've got some jackets that are like the puff jacket that you're kind of seeing everywhere
Hmm.
right now. Some
Yeah.
classic shorts in a bunch of different colors, and they say they're plus sizes. They go up to about a 2X. The thing that I'm seeing with this is that it's all fairly stretchy,
Okay.
so hopefully that will work. I'm going to pick up a few of the pieces and review them for Chubster in the next couple of weeks. So we'll see. I'm
Yeah.
I'm interested to see kind of what's there. My hope is that we see uh, I'd love to see it go to 4X at least, like
Yeah.
the Ivy Park stuff, because I like what I see here. I think there's some really good options, and there is even more in the Jonah Hill collection that is not available to those sizes. So
Hmm.
hopefully, this is something. It sounds like if you read the GQ article, it's the beginning of an ongoing collaboration between Adidas and Jonah Hill. So the hope is that, like Ivy Park, they'll come back around and be like, "Hey, okay, we're going to add more
Yeah.
sizes."
Now that it's
There's
popular,
right,
I'll add more sizes. Okay.
right, because I love the chinos and I would wear them all the time if they fit. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Nice. Those are that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So that's all the news that I've got. A few little tidbits there. It's about that time in the show where we talk about our beverages.
All right. What do you got over there, Bruce? What?
So yes, so I have one of my favorite breweries out here on the West Coast is Modern Times, and
Mhm.
uh, came across this Green Futures Hazy Strata IPA, and it says this beer is vegan. Okay, there we go. Pilsner malt, malted oats, flake oats, lots of different hops, and that is all it says about it. But I liked the green color of the can. If you're watching our video, then you can see here. And yeah, it's let's see.
Then we hop to the bejesus out of it with Nelson, Strata, Centennial, and Simcoe hops.
It is. It's got a funky hoppiness to it that's kind of almost feels skunky. It's almost kind of got a skunkiness for a second, and then
Okay.
that goes away, and it's still very smooth, which I do appreciate. I'm fine with bitterness and all that, but I like it when it's hoppy and it's still drinkable, and so I appreciate that about this. It is a little funky though, so worth a try.
Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't sound like it would be up my alley.
That's
But
not a ringing endorsement.
no, I'm not a skunky that hot because I know that's going to be super hoppy.
Sure.
I don't know if I would be able to
Yeah.
do that one.
Yeah, it's fine. I would say it's not my favorite from them. It's 6.8%. Yeah,
Nice.
worth a try for sure.
Well, I wanted to. Oh goodness! Sorry if that was
Yes.
really loud. I got the Main and Mill Brown number 100 Brown Ale, and I think we've done this one before, but
Nice.
it's a good one, so I wanted to repeat the English Brown with malty goodness. So I
Hey.
like that.
Main and
From
Mill, where are they at?
oh boy, it just says United States. I love that. Let's
Oh,
see what.
United States. There
I
we
know,
go.
Michael. Thank you.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
Hmm.
oh,
That's,
Festus, Missouri.
oh yeah. Okay. Right.
Sounds like
Festus.
some up your
Yep.
alley in your old neighborhood.
Yeah, yeah, near where I grew up. That's it. Yeah. See, that's why the apps like the Untapped app come in handy, because then, a brain like mine that remembers nothing can at least keep track if I take the time to go back and look.
Yeah,
And
it's really good.
yeah,
It's just a nice classic beer, classic brown ale,
nice.
but it's 5% alcohol by volume. It's a good one.
Perfect.
It's
Very
it's
nice.
my kind of beer for this kind of cool weather. It's not super heavy though, like a porter or something. But
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's about that time where the holiday beers start to come out, and we start to
oh
get some
yeah,
of those. Yeah, yeah. So I'm excited for that. Excited to get some of those.
we'll probably do our holiday beer episode coming up soon.
I am sure that we will. I can feel it.
I can feel it too. More drinking.
Yes. Yes.
All right,
So,
where do you want to start?
we'll probably start with some of the more obvious. We know that you're going to be seeing some good deals from places like DXL. We know
Mm-hmm.
that they are going to have some good stuff coming up. So,
Yeah,
you're gonna the store will actually be open, right? For people
in
to
most locations, I think the stores are open. Hoping for the best that we can be open here in Portland. We're gonna have big 40% off sale in store on
okay.
all of the in-store brands or the DXL brands like Harbor Bay, True Nation, Synergy, 28 Degrees, Island Passport, Oak Hill, all that kind of stuff. Pretty much the entire store will be 40% off. Accessories, shoes, loungewear, all that kind of stuff is going to be 40% off in the store. So, and
Nice.
online. I think it's going to be omni-channel, so both online and in store, you get the
Yeah.
same deal.
Yeah.
So
That's
that'll be a good Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday in the stores, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because they're going to do a longer Black Friday deal.
yeah. Yeah. I'm seeing that here. 40% off your favorite DXL exclusives at DXL.com.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nice. Nice. So DXL exclusives, is that like Harbor
All
Bay?
the all the in store, all their brands. Yeah, Harbor
Okay.
Bay, True Nation, Synergy, 28 Degrees, Oak
Nice.
Hill, Island Passport.
Yeah.
I think that's
And
all of them.
the cool thing about those brands, the DXL exclusives, is that they seem to be pretty varied. So Synergy is very
Oh yeah,
different from maybe Oak Hill or
hmm
some of
yeah.
the
There's
others.
really traditional stuff. There's more modern stuff. There's all kinds of fits, and yeah, it kind of runs the spectrum of different different tastes, like younger, more modern
Nice.
stuff. They have, more traditional stuff with the Oak Hill and Island Passport, but yeah, a little bit of everything. So, and then there's tons of clearance stuff. I know lots of, and lots of suiting, dress shirts, all that kind of stuff on clearance. So definitely check those out for good deals too.
Right.
Lots of stuff, but lots of t-shirts, lots of casual stuff that's going to be on sale. It's going to be, I'm packed to the brim at my store. So
Yes. Perfect.
trying to
That's
find
good.
space for it all.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, definitely check out DXL. Another place to look at, and uh, we recently talked about this brand making some changes to their sizing
Hmm.
and to what they have for as far as extended sizes go. But it's worth taking a look to see what you can find and what's left at Bonobos, because they are running a big deal that is exclusive deals as low as $18. So,
Ooh.
um, yeah, they're pretty upscale, and so their products are usually um, quite a bit more expensive.
Hmm.
So taking a look there, you might be able to find some of those deals that start at $18. I'm seeing a lot that are 48, 58, different things like that. And, they are still selling, let's see here. So they're still selling products that are sizes to 4X and let's see here. And 54 waist. So until that stuff is sold out, they've still got it there. So if you're able to get some really good deals on something that's an extended size product, I mean, I will never stop talking about their chinos because I love their chinos. So, worth taking a look at those. It's some of the stuff is a little dressier and a little more put together than maybe
Yeah.
what you're wearing through the pandemic. But remember this, friends: the pandemic is going to end, and when
Yep.
it
I was gonna
does,
say.
you're gonna want to dress up again. So
Yep.
when the pandemic ends and you want to dress up again, not everything is going to be cheap. So
Hmm. Hmm.
get it now, check it out, look for your size, and go from there.
Yeah, and I think we've talked about it before, but it's also a good time to pick up things that maybe are just a little bit outside of what you normally would wear, because they're good deals. You can try them out and see
Mm-hmm.
if it's something that you would like as more to change up your style a little bit. So all these deals are a really good time to test out some other things that maybe you wouldn't normally wear, or
Right.
colors or something, or prints that you maybe wouldn't normally try out. That's some of my advice for all these big sales.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's
I know there's a lot of shirts at Bonobos that I put into a cart to
right.
save, and a bunch of them are already gone. So I need to get in there and snatch them up before they're completely gone.
Yeah, I think people have been getting into it pretty quick and getting through there. So yeah, it's definitely worth your time. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what kind of shopper I am. I put it in the cart and then I leave. I forget about it and
totally.
come back and I'm like,
Totally.
your things are sold out. I'm like,
Oh,
no.
yeah. Yeah. Well, this is definitely the week to go back through.
Oh yeah, I have my list of things
Yes.
that
Yes. So
Santa is going to get me.
Yes, perfect. Perfect. I know I need Santa to come by my house. Yeah. So let's see, what else do we have? So we have, all right. So Gap and Old Navy obviously they always have some kind of deals. Gap, I mean, they have some extended size product. It's not a, not a ton, but it's worth looking at. You'll find up to a 3X. I believe a 46 waist. I might be
Around, I
wrong.
think it's around that.
Yeah. So, you'll find some different things there. 40% off everything is basically what we're looking at there. And it's worth looking at, and especially I think if you are not no, excuse me, I misspoke. It's 50% off everything,
Oh,
plus
Jesus.
an extra 10% off with the code Gap Friday. So, uh, if you're shopping for yourself, great. Check it out, see what you can find. I've always found Gap to be really hit or miss as far as what works for me and what doesn't. So if you're buying things for someone else in your life, it's worth taking a look because inexpensive. So especially with deals like that, it's worth taking a look to see what you can find. So you never know.
Yeah. I mean, I remember I worked at the Gap, and it was, especially the like logo hoodies, the just Gap hoodies.
Oh yeah.
Those were so popular in the holidays. They've just all kinds of colors, kind of a signature thing to have. It was very popular a number of years ago. I haven't seen a lot of those sweatshirts around anymore, but
Yeah.
maybe Gap's not cool anymore, guys. I'm sorry.
Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. Another place to look that maybe you've never heard of. Got to throw out some love to our independent folks who are building up their businesses and doing their thing out there.
Yeah.
Large Lad Clothing.
Oh yeah.
So Large Lad Clothing based in Canada, but don't worry, you can buy the stuff and get it here. They have all kinds of good deals, and I'll say that they've done a really good job of getting some pretty stylish stuff. They kind of run the spectrum of different options and really have some big stuff. And I know he's been running a pre Black Friday sale, so there's a bunch of things that are really well discounted. So it's absolutely worth taking a look to see what they've got there. I have a pair of jeans that I got from Large Lad, made by a brand called Cam Jeans that I got through them that I love. They're some of my favorite jeans. They make a bunch of extended size stuff. There's a really good, like, I feel like Large Lad is kind of a throwback, inspired by workwear in some cases, just kind of classic cool in a lot of ways, and definitely worth taking a look because there's usually a very good size range. So everything I'm looking here, it looks like up to 8X. So take a look, see what they have to offer, and I'm seeing things that are looking like they're around 40 to 50% off. So
yeah, it says up to 50% off select items store wide.
Yeah, so you can't go wrong.
Yeah, that's going to be, gotta dig through that a little bit.
Yes. So every year around this time, I get a ton of pitches at Chubster from companies that are doing Black Friday stuff. So I'm just kind of looking here through these emails because there are hundreds here talking about Black Friday, and I mean it runs the spectrum of, man, basically everything that you could think of that that's out there. So
well, I want to mention the Bearskin Black Friday. We're going to do the Black Friday week. So starting Monday, we're going to do a volume discount on all of our standard issue stuff. So all of the solid colored boxer briefs, because I don't even think we have any jocks left right now. We're going to do 20 off 100, 35 or sorry 20 off 100, 50 off 200, 150 off 500 or more. So the more you spend, the more you save. So you can stock up on all the solids. I know people just like to buy tons of the blacks or tons of the reds. Like they just wear all that color. So it'll be a good time to stock up on some of those standard issue line that we have. We've got a lot in stock, so be sure to get onto bearskin.com on Monday and start ordering it up, because
do it.
We had a little mini release of our holiday print, and that one just went bonkers a couple weeks ago. So I know people are needing some new undies. So go check it out on Monday. Or I guess this comes out, we're coming out Tuesday.
Yeah, right.
So go, you might be late. So get out there now.
Do it now. Yes. Yes. Perfect. So I want to throw one in that I want to throw in a women's plus size
Sure.
Brand, because this is a good deal, and chances are that if you're listening to this, a plus size person who's looking for feminine clothing. So
yeah, absolutely.
There you go. Dia and Co.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Yes. So Dia and Co. They do. You can shop their clothes. You can also they do like a box where they'll send you a bunch of different things. They do sizes from it says on their website, style exclusively in 0x to 5x. So there you go. I'm not super familiar with women's sizing, so
yeah,
there we go. But they are doing 50% off all styles in their shop. So that is definitely worth checking out. If you're doing this, let's see, up until the 29th, if you're looking at their site, you can use the code 30 off to get 30% off. That's, not bad either, but 50% off after that. So check it out. And, you'll find some good things, and could be a cool gift. I mean,
yeah,
something to try out there and kind of run with.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's tons of great deals. So do a little research. We kind of threw out a few for you to definitely check out. Those are some of our top ones, but I mean, pretty much everybody's going to have some Black Friday deals.
Yes.
Order early, order now, because shipping is going to take a little longer. I'm going to tell you that as well. So
yeah. And I am making sure that we're going to have an updated list of the best big and tall Black Friday deals. So it's going to be an expansive list, a lot more than we're covering here. So you'll be able to look at those things. Probably we'll throw in some other things that are not just clothing related, because 2020. Yeah. So if you get people to actually wear clothes, that's
more than pajamas, and
that's an accomplishment. So yeah, so definitely check it out. One more thing I want to throw in, I am sure they're going to have some kind of Black Friday deal, but as of right now, I just want to throw this in because I just started working with the brand and got a pair of their shoes to try out for myself. They're called Adelante Shoe Company. It's ADELANTE shoes.com. And they do something really cool where they have custom made shoes and boots. They have a cobbler make them once you order them. You can actually kind of meet your craftsman as he's making your shoes. You can see as he goes through the process. Basically, you order shoes, they get to your door in 10 business days. It's a really cool process, and they ship from Guatemala. So this dude in Guatemala made my shoes. He made these boots for me, and through the power of Zoom, I'm gonna bring a boot up here. I'm probably gonna regret this.
Like, don't fall.
I know. I'm sitting in a rickety chair, pulling up a boot here.
Oh, those are cool.
But, yeah, they're.
Can you spell it for me one more time?
ADELANTE shoes. So it's AdelanteShoes.com. And they do a really cool, their whole thing. They make sure that their craftsmen are paid over what they call the Living Well line to make the shoes, which gives them access to education, food, transportation, and more for themselves and their families. They have an entire way of putting this together that is really cool and is very thoughtful. And I thought it was really interesting when they reached out. And being a person who has very, very wide feet, it's very difficult for me to find shoes that fit me well. So I got these boots and they actually came in today. I'm still breaking them in, but I can say my early impressions are that they're very comfortable.
Is that the Havana?
Yes, it's the Havana.
Okay. I was like, it looks like the Havana.
Yeah, so it's the Havana, and I mean they're super comfortable. One of the things that I have a problem with, especially with boots and dress shoes and things like that, is that they are, since my foot's so wide, my foot kind of droops over the sole, you know, so it's not comfortable. It doesn't look great. So these, you actually give them your measurements and they show you how to measure your foot if you want to do that. If you already know your measurements, you can just do it that way. You can customize. So if you want to
5E,
they're not playing around.
Wow.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, mine are a 4E, and they actually have it stamped into the bottom, and it says, you know, like 10.5 4E. And I mean, it's great. You know, when I can't find the extended width of shoe that I need, I have to go up to like a 12. So big difference. And actually having something
messes up your feet too when they're not the right size. So
totally. So having shoes that fit you well is super important. And I would say, you know, no, it's not. As of now, I don't know. You know, they are doing a sale. I mean, my boots were, let's see, they were on regular price is $265, on sale for $212. They come in 5 different shades. So depending on what you like and what you're into, I mean, they've got dress shoes, they've got moccasins, they've got,
I might check those out.
You know, like slip-ons. Yeah. So it's really cool. I like the idea of what they're doing. And I really like having a shoe that actually fits my foot. So, you know, if you want something that's going to last, and that's one of the things with these boots is that they are, you know, they will break in. The leather will weather a bit like it's supposed to. And I'll have shoes that I can wear for a long, long time. So
I like those. Yeah. Very nice.
So there we go. Yeah.
Well, thanks for showing us your shoes. I'm kind of jazzed about those.
I'm amazed that I could get my foot up high enough to get it on camera. So, you know,
yay.
There we go. I know. I can still move. It's wonderful.
It's still flexible.
Yes. All right. Well,
thanks for sharing some of the top deals that we got going on. And like you said, you'll have a more extensive list at chubster.com. So definitely go and check that out. We'll have links to all the good deals.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks, Bruce.
Thanks, Jody. And have a good Thanksgiving.
Yes. I got my stuff ready for Bjorn and I in buckets.
Perfect.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Heavy Conversation. Be sure to like and subscribe on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.